Once upon a time, deep in the greenest garden of the world, there lived a big, round, and proudly fat ant named King Bumbo. He was not just any ant, he was the self-proclaimed king of all crumbs. He wore a tiny crown made from a golden candy wrapper and had a belly so big that when he walked, the ground seemed to wobble a little. King Bumbo ruled a busy ant colony called Crumb Kingdom, where hundreds of ants worked day and night collecting bits of food from picnic leftovers. But King Bumbo's team wasn't very smart, actually, they were a little too silly for their jobs. There was General Nibby, who always got distracted by sugar cubes and forgot orders. Then came Chef Crumbly, who accidentally cooked the queen's crown once, thinking it was a shiny cookie. And finally, there was Tiny Pip, the smallest ant in the entire kingdom, but the only one with a brain that worked properly. One sunny morning, King Bumbo announced, "My loyal ants. Today we shall collect the biggest treasure of all, the giant chocolate chip cookie from the human picnic." The ants cheered wildly, waving crumbs like flags. But when they reached the picnic spot, the mission turned into a comedy show. General Nibby got stuck in a blob of jam and yelled, "Help! I'm drowning in deliciousness." Chef Crumbly tried to rescue him, but ended up licking half the jam instead. Tiny Pip sighed and pulled them both out with a piece of grass like a tiny superhero. Then King Bumbo, trying to climb the cookie, slipped and rolled down like a chocolate avalanche. The ants gasped as their king tumbled, landing in a puddle of soda with a splash. He stood up, burping bubbles, and declared proudly, "That was a royal dive." Everyone burst into laughter. Even the bees nearby buzzed so hard they almost fell from the air. After all the chaos, Tiny Pip came up with a clever plan. Instead of dragging the huge cookie, they'd take one chip at a time. It was slower, but much smarter. By the time the sun set, the ants had safely carried home the sweetest treasure in Crumb Kingdom history. That night, under the glow of fireflies, the ants threw a grand feast. King Bumbo gave a speech with crumbs in his beard, saying, "Today, we learned something important. A team may be silly, messy, and jam-sticky, but together, we are unstoppable." Everyone cheered, and the party went on till morning. Even General Nibby danced with a jam hat, and Chef Crumbly made cookie soup, which was just melted chocolate, but nobody complained. From that day on, the ants of Crumb Kingdom became famous, not for being the smartest, but for being the funniest, friendliest, and happiest ants ever seen. Moral: even a funny and messy team can do great things when they stick together. Ant Red Heart Cookie.